Namjoon said
Yeah, that I counted it. He thrusted it 3 times, and it was like, oh man.
안녕하세요.
This is DKDKTV.
Danny David, what is up, ducks? Quack quack.
We just finished watching Love
Yourself in Seoul, BTS. And yeah, we just wanted to do a short impression video of ourselves. And what do you think?
First of all, not enough SUGA.
Oh yeah,
not enough
SUGA.
That too. That was my first impression, especially in the first half of the movie. SUGA is like absent. Basically.
He's only in the sides. Like,
yeah.
If you didn't watch the Screen X, you wouldn't notice he's there because like he was always in the sides.
To explain the Screen X, this is like a special theater where not only do you have a screen in front of you, but on the walls they project the film too, like expand the image or have different stuff going on. SUGA was mostly on the sides, on the walls. And even when he was singing, he didn't
get enough close-ups.
In the latter half, he got a few, but in the first half, definitely he was pretty absent. So that was one thing that I was kind of disappointed. And secondly, another disappointment. Sorry to clear out all the disappointments first. The talks between the songs and also the interlude videos were all cut out.
Yeah.
It was just the performances, which, is still great, but I really wanted to hear an inspirational speech from RM.
And all the like funny talk that happens during concerts,
But I think this is like a thing in concert films. I've seen a lot of concert films of different artists, and I don't think I've ever seen one where they include the talks.
Right.
I maybe it's because of some sort of copyright issue. I don't know what the problem is. If you know, please explain it to us. But yeah, that was one thing that I really missed. What about you?
So you're only disappointed about this?
No, I'm happy. I'm really glad that I got to experience this. Actually, I'm really regretting that we didn't go to the concert.
First of all, I'm very glad that we saw it Screen X. It cost us $30 and $15 each. It's not cheap or not that expensive at the same time, but it was a reasonable price.
David's a very cheap guy.
I totally don't regret watching it Screen X because it was a new experience for me. I've never watched Screen X in my life, and although the sides were kind of like blurry and not that clear, it just gave you that surround feeling, like extra space and extra sound, those kind of feelings. If there's a stage in the middle, like there's army bombs and waves of fans in the sides, and it just feels like you're inside that space. It just gives you the feel that you're in an actual concert. So that was really great. I'm really happy they made a Screen X version of this. And if you have the option, if you have the Screen X option, I would really recommend you guys to actually watch it in Screen X. And the best thing about this movie is that I really, really enjoyed their solo performances. Like not as a group, but the most inspirational and the most cool scenes of this whole movie was personally Serendipity, Singularity, Seesaw, and all their solo performances, because if you go to an actual concert, it's just one person on the stage, and if you're at like the 3rd floor or 2nd floor, even if you're on standing, you can't really see a person. You look like an ant. But I think this is the biggest advantage of this movie. Like, you get to really see the emotions and the very delicate hand movements and the breathing and their lips for their solo performances especially. So like I totally loved Serendipity, which was one of the most impressive stages, and then Singularity, when V does like the solo hand dance, that was really cool. Impressive. In that moment, like all of the people in the theater went like wah! And then Seesaw. Yeah, you know how we talked about like SUGA wasn't getting enough screen time? Like I was thinking that too, but as soon as Seesaw just came out, SUGA just, filled up the whole theater. Like it was his stage. To be very honest, like I like BTS equally all, but there's a preference even among them. And SUGA has been kind of like at the back for me. I'm sorry, but like it's my personal preference. But after seeing this performance of him, Seesaw in Seoul, like it was just amazing, and he just wrecked my biases with that stage only, and it was just amazing. So I'm really glad I could see that part of him through a full screen and Screen X. And also, I mean, some disappointing points were that like it was a sing-along stage, it was a sing-along theater, But I think
Nobody's
Koreans
saying.
are kind of like shy and nervous.
I think we need somebody to start.
Right,
Like
somebody
that,
needs to
somebody
start.
needs to start and start singing
Yeah.
really loud. But there were about like say 40-50 people in the theater, and everybody was quiet. Maybe there was a little bit of clapping
Only clapping.
and like saying like ooh, like what,
2 army bombs.
two army bongs,
I kept eye on males
or
and
2 guys.
two guys and 2 guys more.
Yeah. So four men in total.
And one of them was a husband and one of them was a boyfriend. So
Yeah,
basically we were the only male couples there.
Uh-huh.
Not
And-
couple, but
there were a lot of things that I wish they would do differently next time. Another thing is that the shots, I think they try to replicate the experience you would get in a concert.
Right.
So they had a lot of low angle shots,
Mm.
and that's all nice. But I don't think they had a lot of full shots, like where they have the ember like in the entirety of the frame. They had a lot of like far away shots or really close up shots, but they didn't really have a lot of full shots. So it made me hard to focus and really appreciate on the actual dance move, because like the close ups is like too disorienting.
Yeah.
And then far away you don't see the details.
what stages did you enjoy the most? Like top 5?
Fire, DNA, Pepsi, Fake Love, Mic Drop, when SUGA just
Oh, that
That-
part. Oh,
I
yeah.
was like,
2
that's-
points. 3 points in this video was SUGA dropping the mic,
Yeah.
and Taeyang's 보라 해,
Uh-huh.
and Namjoon said
yeah, that I counted it. He thrusted it 3 times, and it was like, oh man.
Find these points in
Girls
this
went
video.
crazy, man.
Mind these points when you're watching. And my personal 5 top stages were SEESAW from SUGA. Like, and I think it's an exclusive performance you can only see in the Love Yourself concert. And after that, Singularity. The close-up of the performance was so cool. And then comes Jimin's Serendipity. The media art. The media art behind was like so in sync, and they used like drones and stuff to like, you know, it was so amazing. And then comes Fake Love. Fake Love was like one of the most epic group dances. Like, and it was rock version. So if you like the rock version, check it out. I'm kind of confused between Jin's Epiphany or DNA. My favorite song is Epiphany, but I don't know. Jin looked cool playing the piano and stuff, but you know, it was like I've seen that before. But DNA, it was like it was very impressive when they did like the DNA dance, and the camera just caught that. It was like so dynamic. So I really like that. And those were our top 5 stages, top 10 stages in Love Yourself So.
I think this is a very good opportunity if you haven't had a chance to see BTS in person, to, you know, get an experience of what it's like to be in their concert. After watching this, I'm definitely going to the next concert
Me too.
in Seoul. That is no question.
Me too.
Because I was really impressed, despite saying like all my disappointments. Actually, I only
Oh, one more disappointed. They
What?
didn't perform Spring Day
Oh yeah.
in the movie.
But I think the movie, because I saw the set list before. Actually, I think the movie, the order of the songs are a little bit different.
I don't know. I don't
think
know
it's
about that.
edited a little bit differently. I might be wrong, but
when
they definitely did have Spring Day.
When the armies were doing the encore,
Yeah.
they were singing Spring Day.
Yeah.
But they just went on with I think it was Run and then
Yeah.
Ampangman.
Yeah.
So I think they cut out Spring Day for some reason. I don't know, but I
Maybe-
really wanted to see Spring Day.
Maybe they weren't happy with the performance.
Yeah,
or
that's one
something.
more disappointing.
Ah.
But yeah, definitely check out the movie, and definitely if you have the option, please check it out on Screen X. Like you just have to watch this on Screen X.
And I heard, shit gets pretty crazy in some of the American theaters.
Right.
Like, I saw a Twitter post about how these armies were like basically standing in front of the screen, like.
Right. We
waving
needed
out.
that. We wanted to feel that. So
Actually, I know a lot of people were hating on that. Actually, like they were like, "Why are you doing that in a movie theater?"
I don't know, I think-
but I wanted to have an experience like that.
yeah. My mom went to a sing along
For Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody, and it was like 40s and 50s.
And everybody was singing along.
Yeah,
Really?
everyone was singing along.
Really?
So armies in your teens, 20s, like why don't you
why
have the
you should-
energy that 40s and 50s have? So
So we didn't sing along either. So
I
I'm also
wanted to,
guilty.
but like
You're-
it was too
see,
quiet.
Everybody was like that.
Yeah.
Everybody was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, maybe I should have
Why don't
just
they sing
started,
along?
but
Great, awesome experience. Go watch it, check it out, and we will see you guys.
Bye. 보라해.